Do you often face these problems in life? At the beginning of a new year, you set ambitious goals full of determination, but barely a month later, they're forgotten, tucked away in some dusty corner of your mind. You tell yourself to go to bed early, but end up scrolling on your phone until midnight. You promise to wake up on time, only to snooze the alarm and fall back asleep. You want to lose weight, but snacks and cravings keep winning the battle. You vow to study hard, but somehow binge-watching shows or endless social media scrolling takes over your day. There are so many tasks you know you should tackle right away, but procrastination always gets the better of you. Then comes frustration, even self-doubt. Why can't I control myself? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. These are all problems of willpower. Today, I want to introduce you to an incredible book that changed the way I understand self-control. It's called Willpower by one of the world's leading psychologists, Roy Baumeister, along with co-author John Tierney, a science editor for the New York Times. When people hear willpower, they often think of motivational slogans, pushing through struggles with grit and determination. But this book takes a completely different approach. It's a serious, scientific exploration into how human willpower works, backed by fascinating research. Willpower affects nearly every area of our lives, from procrastination, exercising, managing finances, working efficiently, to becoming the best version of ourselves. Through this book, you'll discover how willpower operates based on real scientific experiments. You'll also learn practical methods to cultivate and strengthen your willpower, leading to self-improvement and lasting change. Let's dive into the first big insight. Why do you get irritated or lose motivation so easily? To understand why we struggle with self-discipline, the book shares a fascinating experiment called the cookie and carrot experiment. Researchers invited hungry students to a lab. One group was given warm, delicious cookies to eat freely. The other group sat nearby but was only allowed to eat raw carrots, even though they could see and smell the cookies right next to them. After resisting temptation, both groups were taken to another room to solve a series of puzzles. But here's the trick. These puzzles had no solution. The researchers weren't testing intelligence. They wanted to see how long each group would persist before giving up. The cookie group, having satisfied their cravings, persevered for around 20 minutes. The carrot group? Only about 8 minutes. What does this reveal? Willpower is like a battery. It drains over time. The carrot group had already used most of their willpower resisting the cookies, leaving little energy to face new challenges. Think about your daily life. If you spend your day battling traffic, dealing with annoying coworkers, managing noisy kids, or resisting dessert temptations, your willpower gets depleted. When your mental battery runs low, you fall into what's called ego depletion. Your ability to self-regulate weakens. Brain scans even show reduced brain activity during this state. That's when mistakes, emotional outbursts, and poor decisions happen. No wonder people argue more in the evening than in the morning, because by then their willpower is already running on empty. It's why frustrated parents scold their kids, couples argue, or people lash out after work. As Shakespeare said, sometimes we become our worst enemies by overestimating our strength. People trying to quit smoking or dieting often notice this firsthand. Their efforts drain willpower, making them irritable and short-tempered. One author humorously admitted, "I finally quit smoking, But I became so cranky, I found myself yelling at my kids more. So, how can we manage willpower more effectively? The book offers 3 powerful, science backed strategies. 1. Recharging your willpower. Remember the cookie experiment? To recharge your willpower, you need proper fuel, but it's not just about tasty snacks. Another experiment tested this by giving participants either a delicious milkshake or plain, nutrient-filled but bland drinks. Surprisingly, both groups experienced similar boosts in willpower. The real factor? Glucose levels. Stable glucose levels strengthen willpower. However, sugary snacks may cause quick spikes and crashes, leaving you drained again. That's why after heavy carb lunches like rice, bread, or noodles, you often feel sleepy. By mid-afternoon, cravings for snacks return because your glucose levels plummet. Unfortunately, junk food provides short bursts of energy followed by crashes, making mood swings and self-control even worse. Instead, choose low glycemic foods that provide steady energy. Fruits, vegetables, nuts, cheese, healthy fats like fish or olive oil. In short, you can literally eat your way to better self-control by choosing the right foods. 2. Avoiding willpower drain. Ever heard of decision fatigue? The book explains that constant decision-making rapidly depletes willpower. Researchers found people make an average of 35,000 decisions per day. What to wear, what to eat, which video to watch. Even choosing a foam or brand at the store overwhelms us with options. The more choices, the more drained your willpower becomes. That's why supermarkets place candy and snacks by the checkout. When your mental battery is low, you're more likely to give in to impulse buys. Solution? Reduce unnecessary choices. Mark Zuckerberg famously wears the same style of gray t-shirt daily to save mental energy for important decisions. You can apply the same strategy. Plan meals in advance, make shopping lists, automate routines, and schedule workouts weekly to avoid daily decision-making stress. From personal experience, I also recommend preparing clothes, tasks, and schedules the night before, so your willpower stays fresh in the morning for crucial tasks, not trivial choices. 3. Building willpower through small habits. Many people overwhelm themselves by setting too many goals at once, only to achieve none. Studies show having multiple conflicting goals increases anxiety and decreases productivity. The solution? Focus on one meaningful habit at a time. An experiment tested 3 groups. One tracked their spending to improve finances. Another started daily exercise. The third practiced reading and memory exercises. Surprisingly, the exercise group improved their financial habits, and the reading group saw better health outcomes. Why? Because willpower is like a muscle. Strengthening one area improves other aspects of life. This domino effect means small daily habits like maintaining good posture can significantly boost overall willpower. The book also highlights an interesting finding. People with strong spiritual or religious beliefs tend to have better self-discipline. Their faith reduces internal conflict, providing mental clarity and strengthening their will. Even meditation and mindfulness practices, long supported by science, enhance brain function and self-control. Final takeaway: willpower is humanity's unique gift, what separates us from other species. In today's world, temptation and distractions are everywhere, but by training your willpower like a muscle, you can regain control, achieve discipline, and truly live with purpose. Remember, discipline equals freedom. I hope this video helps you nurture your willpower and unlock your true potential. If you found this useful, please like, share with someone who needs it, subscribe, and turn on notifications to catch my upcoming videos. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.